Hey friends, it's Taylor, and I'm here to help you get happy about food through simple nutrition tips and healthy home-cooked meals. Today's video is extra special because we are making homemade potato chips with the potatoes that my father-in-law grew in his garden. Let's get started.
I was inspired to make a healthy potato chip because we harvested a bumper crop of potatoes.
Holy crap!
Look at this one!
That was that one bunch?
Yeah,
Oh my god, I didn't think there was anything in that one.
More than we even knew what to do with. So I wanted to show that it's possible to make a healthier alternative to potato chips with no seed oils that's roasted instead of deep fried. Start by rinsing your potatoes thoroughly under some cold water to get all of that dirt off. Now, I would have preferred a mandolin to cut the potatoes into precisely even slices, but if you don't have one, and my in-laws didn't in their kitchen, don't let that stop you. A regular knife and a cutting board work perfectly fine. Just be super careful, watch your fingers, and try to make them all the same thickness so that they can cook evenly. These are about 1/16 of an inch, but you can probably go up to 1/8 of an inch. It'll just require a little bit longer to cook. After I cut my potatoes, I soaked them in an ice bath for about an hour, and I'll tell you why I did that in just a sec. This is just an extra step, and it's not completely necessary if you're in a rush, but since we're using an oven instead of a deep fryer, we want to give these the best chance of achieving the optimal crisp and passing my crunch test. Next, preheat your oven to 400 degrees.
So I just let my potato chips soak for about an hour, and that just helped to pull a lot of the starch out of the potato, and that'll give it a nice crispy crunch. So I'm going to drain the water from this bowl now, pat them completely dry, toss them in my rendered pork fat, and then we're gonna throw them in the oven and get these babies crispin'.
Now we'll dry our potatoes thoroughly, and I mean get them as dry as humanly possible. Any moisture will make the chip take longer in the oven and potentially ruin that crisp factor. I used rendered pork lard here because it has a smoke point of 400 degrees, and because lard is solid at room temperature, it sets up firmly on the outside of the chip and creates a crunchier crust that stays crispy longer and feels less greasy. You could also use beef tallow or avocado oil, but no butter or seed oils. Seed oils, like vegetable oil and potato chips, can oxidize when heated to high temperatures during frying that takes place at the industrial level, turning their polyunsaturated omega-6 fats into breakdown products that can cause inflammation in the body when consumed. Lard, on the other hand, is a saturated fat, which means its chemical bonds are harder to break or oxidize at high temperatures. So I let these babies cook for about 12 minutes on one side at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, then I flipped them and cooked them for another 12 minutes on the other side. So a total of about 24 to 25 minutes. At this point they were looking nice and crispy, chip-like some would say, but upon further investigation it looked like my thicker slices needed more time, hence why a mandolin is super helpful here. I popped those thicker ones back in the oven for another 5 minutes. When they were all brown and crispy, I salted them right away, which is super important so that the salt sticks. Tossed them with my hands, and they were ready to taste.
Time for the moment of truth. We need to do a proper crunch test. You ready? What do you think? Do you think that passes? That, my friends, is one of the best potato chips I've ever had. They only take about 25 minutes to make. They're so crunchy, kind of addicting, and you can use whatever flavor enhancers you want. Obviously, salt, rosemary, oregano, thyme, garlic powder, onion salt. Get creative. You can get the recipe in the link in the description. Make sure you subscribe on your way out. I'm Taylor, this is Food Happy, and I will see you in my next video.